You cover recruiting quite a bit as part of your expertise as well. Where are they? K-State also has always been really good about development and finding the diamonds in the rough. That's kind of what they have to do, along with a lot of schools in the Big 12. Your thoughts about where they are?
Yeah, they are in a spot right now with high school recruiting in the class of 2026 where, from a fan standpoint, they're probably not ranked where fans would want them to be ranked. And they have a few guys that I think are probably underrated and probably should get a boost. And some of them are Texans, like offensive lineman Justin Morales, for example. I think he's got a chance to really shoot up the rankings. A defensive tackle from Oklahoma, Kingston Hall, I think he has a chance to shoot up the rankings. And maybe their team ranking looks a little bit better once those things come to fruition, and I think they will. But at the end of the day, it's interesting. It's a different era of college football, so it's probably a different conversation to have. But what I would say is, like, you have three different ways to basically invest financially, and that's what it is anymore, right? You're basically have a budget, you have a payroll, you're doling out salary, so to speak. You pay via the transfer portal, you pay via high school recruiting, and you pay via roster retention. Those are the three levers, the three arms, so to speak, of college football right now, and you have to pay to get those things. And what I will say is, I think Kansas State is a little bit lesser to use right now on the high school front because they realize that they have a window here to win a Big 12 championship with Avery Johnson, Dylan Edwards, Jace Brown, Toby Osunsami, defensive end, Austin Romaine at linebacker, BJ Payne at safety, the best players. A lot of their best players, they spent on heavily to come back for this year. And then they invested in the transfer portal pretty heavily, especially at offensive line with, examples being JB Nelson, who could play right tackle, who came over from Penn State, George Fitzpatrick, who came from Ohio State. That will probably be your starting left tackle. So I think Kansas State right now, at least in the current time frame and structure that we are in, invested a lot heavier in the transfer portal and roster retention.